Thinking of exiting your business or taking on a private equity partner to help you grow faster? BizNexus has you covered. Tap into our network of thousands of best-fit investors, acquirers, and proven M&A advisors, and we'll help you begin the relationship confidentially on your terms, your timeline. Learn more at biznexus.com.
Disclaimer from the always present legal team. Podcast conversations don't necessarily reflect the views of BizNexus Incorporated. Everything you hear is informational news and updates from around the industry. We're not recommending any investments. We're not offering any investment advice. Be sure to do your own homework.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. We're diving into corporate development today.
Specifically M&A.
Right, exactly. But with a twist.
Yeah.
We're zeroing in on businesses in that, $2 to $50 million range.
Yeah, the lower middle market.
Yeah, exactly. So those companies kind of poised for growth, ready for some strategic moves.
Absolutely.
And to help us navigate this, we're turning to
a great report.
Yeah.
Deloitte's 2015 Corporate Development Survey.
Deloitte.
Yeah, packed with insights from, hundreds of professionals who are actually out there.
Yes, the real world stuff.
Yeah, doing deals every day.
Not just theoretical.
Exactly.
I like it. Okay.
Yeah.
So this survey, it revealed something pretty interesting.
Oh, yeah.
M&A, it's not just about grabbing market share or filling product gaps anymore.
It's not the old playbook.
No.
It's about something much bigger.
Yeah. So what is it about?
Well, the survey found that two-thirds
wow.
of corporate development teams
Okay.
are now primarily using M&A to drive innovation.
Okay. So they're realizing that standing still is basically moving backward.
You got to innovate or die.
Right, exactly.
Especially in today's world.
But here's the thing. How do you even value a company that's built on, some groundbreaking idea, a disruptive technology? I mean,
how do you put a price tag on that?
Yeah, those traditional valuation methods,
forget about it.
They don't really apply.
They don't.
Do they?
Especially when you're looking at a target that has, limited financial history,
right,
but massive potential.
Okay.
You need to look beyond the balance sheet you have to assess.
For businesses in that 2 to 50 million range that are, looking to make acquisitions, what does this mean for them?
Well, they need to think outside the box.
Oh.
Consider a broader range of deal structures.
So we're talking
partnerships, venture investments, maybe acquiring talent or intellectual property.
Okay.
Rather than just going for that full-blown acquisition.
So it's about kind of being flexible and creative and finding that right fit. Yeah.
The report actually uses Uber in India as a good example.
Okay. Yeah. Tell me more.
So Uber, they didn't just make one big splashy acquisition to get into India.
Right.
They made a series of deals, partnerships across that entire ecosystem.
Oh, interesting.
Ride hailing, food delivery. They even got into financial services over there.
Wow.
They were weaving together these different pieces to create this powerful presence.
So it's not just one
and done.
One big buy.
Not anymore.
Okay, so we got innovation, and we need to be flexible in how we approach these deals.
Right.
But how do you even find these companies?
That's the million-dollar question.
Yeah, I mean, you would think in today's world it wouldn't be that hard.
You'd think so.
But this survey had some interesting findings on that front.
Yeah.
They found that...
Well, companies say that their employees are the best source of deals.
Yeah.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
But those employees only directly originate 38% of deals.
38%.
That's it.
That's lower than I would have guessed.
I know, right? You'd think your own team would be the most plugged in.
Yeah, for sure.
But everyone's bandwidth is stretched thin these days.
Okay, yeah, it's true.
Even in corporate development.
So what can companies do? I mean, is it just...
Well, that's where this idea of a magnetic corporate reputation comes in.
Okay, magnetic corporate reputation. What does that even mean?
Okay, so think of it this way. You want to be the company that innovative startups and entrepreneurs are excited to work with.
Right.
You want them knocking on your door, not the other way around.
Okay.
And 60% of leaders, they're investing in becoming those preferred acquirers.
So they're kind of like
cultivating that magnetic appeal.
Cultivating that. Okay, I like it.
Yeah, so it's about being active in your industry.
Okay.
Attending conferences, being visible, but also showcasing a collaborative mindset.
So it's nice.
It's consume and destroy. It's let's build something great together.
Right. And it's like, if you treat those past acquisitions well, word gets around.
Word gets around. Exactly.
It's like, online reviews for M&A.
Think about it.
If your past acquisition targets are singing your praises.
That's a powerful endorsement.
That's a pretty powerful endorsement, yeah.
Like, would you be happy to endorse this company?
Yeah.
That kind of self-awareness is a real differentiator in the M&A market.
Okay, now when we talk about M&A, we often think of
hostile takeovers, right?
Yeah.
Shareholder activism aimed at breaking companies up.
Yeah, exactly.
But this report, it presented a different angle on shareholder activism.
Okay, so tell me, how is it different?
Well, nearly 25% of the respondents,
right,
they said their companies were actually more likely to engage in M&A because of pressure from activist investors.
Okay, but not for the reasons you might think.
Not for breaking things up.
So what are they doing it for?
Growth.
Oh, interesting.
Activists are pushing for M&A as a tool for growth.
Okay, so it's almost like
they're saying, hey, you've got a good foundation here. Let's build something bigger and better.
Yeah, I like it.
So this completely changes the game for corporate development teams.
Yeah.
They can't just react to activist pressure anymore.
Right.
They need a proactive M&A strategy in place.
They need to be ready.
A prioritized target list before those activists come knocking with their own ideas.
Yeah.
The report actually highlighted David Piott, the former CEO of Allergan, and his experience defending the company from an activist investor.
Sure.
It's a stark reminder that no company is immune to this pressure.
No matter how successful.
And as Piott emphasized, the best defense is a good offense.
So be prepared.
Be prepared.
Have a plan, yeah.
Exactly.
Don't wait for somebody else to tell you how to grow your business.
Right.
Now, even with the best plan,
the most innovative deals,
there's still one crucial element that can make or break it all. Investor relations.
Absolutely.
You can have the most incredible acquisition lined up. But if it tanks your stock price, that's a problem.
Big problem.
Yeah.
You got to keep those investors happy.
So what did Deloitte find about the role of investor relations in all this?
Well, this is where a lot of companies fall short.
Okay.
IR is often brought in way too late in the game.
Really?
Only 20% of executives said that IR is critical to deal success.
You would think that keeping investors happy would be a top priority.
Yeah, you would think so.
But
the perception seems to be that IR is more about putting out press releases after the fact.
Right.
Not as a strategic partner throughout the whole process.
But here's the thing. Investor relations, when done well, it's about building a genuine two-way street with your investors.
Absolutely. It's about understanding their concerns, their priorities.
And making sure that your M&A strategy
aligns with their expectations.
Aligns, yeah.
The report had a great example with Pfizer.
Oh, yeah.
Their IR team is deeply involved in shaping the investment thesis for deals. Oh, and then addressing any potential concerns that investors might have.
So that's a really smart approach.
Really smart.
By bringing IR in early, you're mitigating risk.
Absolutely.
You're building confidence and trust with investors.
It's all about transparency and a shared vision, especially when navigating the complexities of M&A.
This has been so insightful. We've covered a lot of ground, from the rise of innovation-driven deals to the evolving role of shareholder activism and the importance of IR.
And we're just getting started.
Stay tuned for even more great insights.
Coming up after the break.
Welcome back. We've been talking about how the M&A landscape is changing, especially for businesses in that $2 to $50 million range.
Right, that sweet spot.
Yeah, exactly. The lower middle market.
Yeah.
It's not just about getting bigger anymore.
Yeah, it's strategic.
It's about strategic growth.
Yeah.
That fuels innovation.
And aligns with investor expectations.
Exactly. And we've been unpacking some of these findings from Deloitte's 2015 Corporate Development Survey.
Right.
But I'm sure people are ready for that.
The good stuff.
Yeah, how to actually put these insights into action.
My book? Yeah.
The playbook, exactly. So give it to me. What are some concrete steps that companies can take?
All right. So first and foremost, it's time for a strategic review of your M&A activities.
Of your existing.
Yeah. Ask yourself honestly.
Okay.
Do our current M&A efforts actually support innovation and long-term growth?
So we're not just chasing deals.
No. Are you strategically targeting assets that are going to give you a competitive edge?
So taking a step back, making sure everything's aligned.
Alignment is key.
Aligning, with your overall business goals.
Exactly. And it's not a one-time thing.
Right.
You got to regularly evaluate your deal pipeline.
Okay.
Your target criteria, and just, make sure they're still relevant.
It's a constantly
At
evolving.
work, it's always changing.
Okay.
So that's step one, strategic alignment.
Okay, step one, strategic alignment. Got it.
Step two,
Lay it on me.
this one might be a little uncomfortable,
Oh, boy.
but it's time for a relationship checkup.
A relationship checkup.
Reach out to those companies you've acquired in the past.
Okay.
Have honest conversations with them
About
your deal style, the integration process.
but how did it really go?
Yeah, exactly. How did things go?
So you're getting feedback.
Seeking feedback,
Yeah.
understanding how you're perceived as an acquirer.
Were you the good guy or the bad guy?
Right. Were you a true partner?
Or were there some bumps along the way?
And this goes back to that idea of building a magnetic corporate reputation.
Right.
This is how you build a positive track record.
So you're demonstrating a willingness to learn and improve.
Absolutely.
You're becoming a more attractive buyer.
Because nobody wants to feel like they got swallowed up and forgotten.
Right. You want to nurture those relationships.
Long-term, mutually beneficial relationships.
Yeah, exactly.
That feedback loop is so powerful for building trust.
Okay, so we've got strategic alignment. We've got relationship checkups.
Tweet down.
What's that final piece?
This one seems obvious.
Yeah.
But how well do you understand your shareholder base?
Okay.
Are you talking to them regularly?
About your M&A strategy.
About your M&A strategy, exactly.
Are you anticipating any concerns?
And proactively addressing them.
This goes back to what we were saying about investor relations.
IR is so important.
It's not just about putting out information.
No, it's a two-way street.
It's about communication. Yeah.
Investor relations, when done right, is a strategic asset.
Yeah.
Remember, the Deloitte survey said that when IR is involved early,
Yeah.
it can really increase the chances of deal success.
So to recap, step one, strategic review.
Yes.
Step two, relationship checkup.
Uh-huh.
And step three, talk to your investors.
Keep them in the loop.
3 steps to set your company up for success in the M&A world.
And these aren't one-time tasks, by the way.
Right.
It's ongoing. You got to be constantly adapting.
Yeah, because the market is always changing.
Exactly. The M&A landscape is constantly evolving.
You got to stay agile.
To thrive, you have to be proactive, agile, and always learning.
So much good stuff here.
We're just scratching the surface.
And we are back for the final part of our deep dive into corporate development.
Really focusing in on those companies
Yeah.
in that $250 million range.
Yeah, we've been talking about how the M&A game has changed.
It's a whole new ballgame.
Yeah, it's not about scale anymore.
It's about using acquisitions to fuel innovation
And we've got to build a strong reputation.
and keep those investors happy.
Yeah, exactly. So
Transparency is key.
as we kind of wrap up here,
Yeah.
I want to zoom out a little bit.
Big picture.
Yeah, big picture. What does all this mean for the future of M&A?
Well, the lower middle market is becoming a real hotbed of activity.
Really?
Yeah, it's where all the action is.
So it's not just the big companies making moves anymore.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
In fact, a lot of those big companies are struggling.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, they're looking to the lower middle market.
To acquire
Yeah, to find those cutting edge technologies and business models.
that they can't develop in-house.
Exactly.
So it's kind of an ecosystem.
It is, yeah.
Big companies need the small companies to stay ahead.
And the small companies need the big companies to scale.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
It's a win-win.
And this creates a ton of opportunities
It does.
for businesses in the lower middle market
Especially if they play their cards right.
if they're strategic about it.
Build a solid reputation
Yeah, become an attractive partner.
and keep those investors informed.
Yeah, so it's not even just about getting acquired.
Right.
It's about having options.
It's about having a choice.
It's about controlling your own destiny.
Building a company that's so valuable,
Yeah.
so innovative that it's irresistible.
It's irresistible. I like it.
Any business can achieve that.
Yeah, this has been such a great conversation, so insightful.
A lot to think about.
But before we go, I want to leave our listeners with a final thought.
Okay, hit me with it.
So in this landscape where the old rules of M&A don't apply anymore,
Right.
what bold move will your company make?
That's the question.
Yeah, will you be the disruptor?
Or will you be disrupted?
Yeah, great question.
The future of M&A, it's full of possibilities.
It is.
But you got to embrace change.
Yeah.
Challenge the status quo.
And be bold.
Exactly. But bold doesn't mean reckless.
Right.
Have a clear strategy. Understand your market.
Build a company that stands out.
Stands out, yeah.
That's how you win in this new world.
Absolutely.
So let's recap those 3 key action steps.
All right, let's do it.
Number 1, strategic review of your M&A activities.
Make sure they're aligned with your long-term goals.
Number 2, reach out to those companies you've acquired.
Get that honest feedback.
Yeah, build that magnetic corporate reputation.
Attract the best.
And number 3, have a real conversation with your investors.
Keep them in the loop.
Build that trust.
Transparency is key.
These 3 steps, they'll set you up for success
Without a doubt.
in this ever-evolving M&A world.
It's always changing.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, this was fun.
See you next time.
Acquiring a business? BizNexus simplifies it. Access thousands of updated opportunities in our DIY marketplace or supercharge team sourcing with OmniSource, your all-in-one platform for on-market, off-market, and coming-soon deals. Scale smarter today. Learn more or book a demo at www.biznexus.com.